Good morning, everyone. Today, we will be talking about energy, water, soil resources, and waste management. These resources are an important part of our lives, from food and drinkable water to our appliances such as TV and electric fan. They are an integral part of our lives, and we can all agree that without these resources, our lives will be much more difficult. Just imagine a world without these resources.
Why should we protect our natural resources? Because they give us clean air, water, food, and materials we need to live. If we keep misusing them, one day they might be gone. And why wait for that day to come? Farmers rely on healthy soil and water to feed us. And younger generations deserve a future where nature can still sustain life. Protecting our resources is protecting our future.
As a member of this community, I've seen the impact of our habits firsthand from overflowing bins to wasted energy. I believe that by working together and making small changes, we can make a huge impact that lasts.
Today, we'll explore the specific challenges and solutions for waste management, our energy and water resources, and the very soil beneath our feet. But before that, here's a question. What is the cost of not taking action? This question will be answered at the end of the TED Talk.
In our day-to-day life, we see trash scattered around on the ground, on water, sometimes even on top of a tree. Because some people don't think about the consequences of their actions. Every year, 19 to 23 million tons of plastic leak into the aquatic ecosystem, polluting lakes, rivers, and seas. It is estimated that the volume of plastics in the ocean is around 75 to 199 million tons. On top of this, some people are still burning trash, ultimately contributing to climate change. With this being said, we need to address these global issues by doing small actions such as disposing your waste properly and doing the 3 Rs: recycling, reducing, and reusing. We as a whole can make a difference that can last.
Water. We can't live without. We use it to create drinkable water and wash the dishes and our clothes. It is a part of our daily lives. But people still throw trash at rivers, lakes, and seas, causing problems, putting our well-being at risk. I ask you this: what happens to the animals that live in that river? What happens to us? Human activities have affected not only the safety of drinking water, but also the aquatic ecosystem. To mitigate this problem, we should all dispose of our trash properly to prevent it from happening again. We should also implement filtration programs to remove any rubbish that is already in the water so that neither ourselves nor the aquatic life will suffer.
Soil, the one that heats all. With soil, we can make food for us to eat. But due to soil degradation and erosion from deforestation and unsustainable farming, pollution from pesticides and industrial runoff, our soil is getting weaker and weaker, but it is not too late. By planting more trees and vegetation, we can prevent erosion and implement sustainable farming practices like crop rotation and no-till farming. With these actions, our ecosystem will be more stable and resilient.
Energy. We use it every day, from watching TV, the electric fan that cools you down, aircon if you're rich. But this energy comes at a price, and that price is pollution. Specifically, air pollution that from the use of fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and oil. These fossil fuels release large quantities of carbon dioxide that trap heat in our atmosphere inadvertently, causing climate change. Our seas absorb as much as a quarter of all man-made carbon emissions. Since the start of the industrial revolution, the ocean has become 30% more acidic, making calcium carbonate, a material that oysters, lobster, and countless other marine organisms utilize to make their shells, is depleting, putting an entire food chain at risk. So to mitigate this problem, instead of using fossil fuels to create energy, we should use an alternate energy resources that is more renewable and generally greener compared to fossil fuels. To lessen our reliance on fossil fuels, I suggest that we should use wind energy, such as wind turbines, solar electricity, such as solar panels, and hydropower, such as hydroelectric dams. This way, we can at least lessen this issue.
We've discussed how small daily actions can change the tide for waste management, create a more sustainable future for energy, protect our water supply, and the soil that feeds us all. Now, let me ask you again, what is the cost of not taking action? The cost is our health, children's future, and the very life we know.
But the great news is that the solution is in our hands. Every small choice, from turning off a light into recycling a bottle, is an investment in a cleaner, healthier future. Let's start making those investments today.
That is all.
Thank you.